Yo, what's going on, guys? Johnny GB here, bringing you guys my Week 2 team builder for the PMC. We are taking on the Mastodon Gastrodons, and Mastodon, their coach. And he has a very interesting team, honestly, and one that actually threatens me. I should be playing him tonight, so thought get my team builder out of the way, uploaded. But he does have some threats like Mega Metacham, Goodra, Galvantula. His Z user is Moltres, and he did bring a Z move week 1 actually, so I'm expecting another Z move Moltres. Other stuff like Gothitelle, Tapu Bulu, all just very threatening mons, so pretty much I built for what is the most likely combination of Pokemon that he could bring. So we're going to kick it off right here with our Miltank now. This could be a lead or it could not be a lead. Really just depends at team preview, depending if he does bring the Galvantula or not, because I do have a set for that Galvantula. Now, he also has a Nihilego, which shreds through my team, honestly. So we're going to start it off with Miltank, holding the Choppleberry with Sap Sipper. Now, Sap Sipper is there for the Tapu Bulu so that I can switch in and get a +1 attack. Now, moveset-wise, I have Thunder Wave, Stealth Rock, Milk Drink, and Iron Head. Now, I really don't think the Moltres will come because I have a lot for the Moltres: Thunderous, Volcanion, Gengar, Zygarde, Hitmonchan, and not really Hitmonchan, but I do have a lot for the Moltres, so I'm not really expecting the Moltres to come this week. And looking at it, I am able to take a high jump kick with the Choppleberry and fire off a T-Wave onto that Mega Metacham, really just crippling it. If it's paralyzed, then a lot of my team now outspeeds it and puts him into a tough spot to whether he's going to sack off the Metacham to something or potentially save it, keep it alive, but still paralyzed. That's pretty much the goal of Miltank. And then the Iron Head there, Paraflinch, different things I can paralyze, so Metacham, Goodra, Gothitelle, potentially. So there's a lot I can do with the Miltank, and getting Rockstrap are important. I mean, breaks potential Galvantula sashes. If not, I mean, it still does 25% to the Galvantula. Look at some of the other stuff that can affect it. Moltres, if he does bring it, does take 50% if it comes in on rocks, which severely weakens it again as well. Now, the EV spread, again, it's mostly just a physically defensive to take on one hit from that Metacham, because it's pretty common switch in, especially if I'm trying to get rocks up. So Metacham hopefully will be paralyzed this game and should help me out just much more if it's paralyzed than healthy. Alright, next up we have our Hitmonchan. Now, he does have a Hoopa confined, which is another Pokemon. If it's Scarfed, it runs through my team. I mean, base 150 special attack, it goes through my team. So, Hitmonchan can take any one hit from Hoopa. Sometimes even 2 hits, and actually can Pursuit Trap the Hoopa, which is very good. And then we have Shed Shell there for the Gothitelle, if he does bring it, to pretty much swap out Toxic to put the Gothitelle on a timer, put the Goodra on a timer, a lot of his bulkier stuff. Rapid Spin, make sure rocks don't get on my side of the field, because again, I am very rock weak. I think after week 3 I will make a transaction or 2 depending on where we're sitting at. And then we also have Bullet Punch for the Nihilego. It does about 45-50% to the Nihilego, so that should actually be very good since I can take 2 Power Gems from the Nihilego. And then looking at the EV, Adamant 212 with some into special defense. Special defense there is to make sure I can take 2 power gems, one at neutral and then one at +1 potentially from Nihilego. Next up we have Thunderous, which is actually a really fun set. He does have an Empoleon that does get defogged, so I can switch it in on an Empoleon, get a +1 attack raise, set up a bulk up, and Now we're in position where Thunderous sweeps because he doesn't have anything to outspeed my Thunderous outside of Choice Scarfers and Gooey Goodra. Those are the only two things that can really force my Thunderous to not outspeed the rest of his team. We have Bulk Up, Thunder Punch, Fly, Knockoff. This is a physical Thunderous this week. 236 speed outspeeds his fastest Pokemon, which is the Galvantula. Max attack, Jolly Nature, 20 speed HP EVs pretty much fits in perfectly. If I do happen to bring it in on rocks, I'm still at odd HP. Now, I'm very excited this set can potentially actually win the game if the Goodra is down, simply because I do lose the +1 attack. I do lose my speed, so I do go -1 on Gooey Goodra, which then allows a lot of his other threats, Nihilego and all that stuff, to outspeed me. But just in a sense, this set should work out in theory. Everything right now is theory modding until I actually get into the battle and see what the team matchups are looking like. But on paper, this is actually looking like a very good set to use. Next up, we have our Zygarde. Now, it's Adamant Nature, 220, simply because basing the damage output on a lot of his Pokemon, there's really no difference between 220 attack EVs and 252 attack EVs. Then the extra EVs kind of just got put into defenses, 16 into its physical defense and 36 into its special defense. It is an assault vested Zygarde to mostly take on the Nihilego. Now with 1000 waves, 1000 arrows, extreme speed, and outrage. Now 1000 waves is there to trap something that I may want to neutralize. Now this isn't to take on Tapu Bulu at all. I have different Tapu Bulu answers: Miltank, Mega Pinsir, Volcanion. So it's not to take on Tapu Bulu at all, but I mean stuff like Gothitelle and Sandslash that I may want to weaken, knowing that they can't really hit me. 1000 waves works out pretty well, and then 1000 arrows is almost an always bring with Zygarde. Extreme speed for the priority, because he does actually have a lot of priority on his team. He has extreme speed Linoon, he has bullet punch Medicham, so there's a lot of priority on his team that can really threaten me if I really get weakened. Then he also has no Mega Pinsir answer, so we did bring Mega Pinsir, and I have Earthquake on here simply because in Mach I had Quick Attack Feint and nothing worked out in a sense of dealing with Nihilego. If he's not Choice Scarf Nihilego, Earthquake, I just click Earthquake and it dies. Barring, actually I don't even know, I haven't done the calc, but I don't think Shucka Berry even protects it from dying. Then we have Swords Dance, Return, and Rock Slide. Pretty much if I can set up a Swords Dance, Pinsir can essentially just win the game. Now, best opportunity to set up a Swords Dance is on a paralyzed Mega Medicham. If I'm trying to just really force out his Mega Medicham, that's the main goal I want here, is to paralyze and then force him out and set up a Swords Dance and then clean up from there. It can really work out very nicely. That's pretty much the strategy this game is: get rocks up, weaken his side of the field, and sweep with Mega Pinsir late. And you see 220 outspeeds, I believe it is the max speed Nihilego at base 102. And then all the rest of the EVs, 24 got thrown into HP, so I can safely switch in on rocks and not die on the second switch in. And then 12 into special defense, no wasted EVs there. And then finally, this is our dedicated lead. Now, we have Volcanion with Shucka Berry, Water Absorb, Flame Charge, Earthquake, Sludge Wave, and Flare Blitz. We have Shucka Berry in case he wants to run stuff like Goodra, Earthquake Goodra, or potentially Sandslash that may have like a Focus Sash for whatever reason to just click Earthquake versus my Volcanion. The berries switched 3 times so far, and the moveset's changed a lot. And you know what? I have physical because it hits Goodra a lot harder. Earthquake just does a lot more than Steam Eruption or Fire Blast would ever do. So the physical Goodra is what's the bring this week. It's a great matchup. And then I have Sludge Wave there because he does have the Tapu Bulu in the back. So Sludge Wave hits it for ×4 and just knocks it out. Even with 4 EVs into special attack, it still knocks out the Tapu Bulu. Now, when I say it's my dedicated lead, it's because he does have a Galvantula. And originally this was a Wakanberry in case he wanted a Thunder, but you know what? My team wouldn't really like to be slowed down by rocks because now it allows, not rocks, webs, which now allows some of his slower stuff, Goodras and Gothitels and such, to outspeed some decent threats on my team, Zygarde, Miltank, Volcanion. So it's pretty much lead versus anything. I mean, if he leads Sandslash, great. If he leads Galvantula, great. If he leads Linoon, great. Medicham, a little bit of an issue, but can be worked around. I do have very minimal Mega Medicham switch-ins, so it'd probably just stay in, click Flame Charge, and hopefully that he doesn't have Thunder Punch, and potentially try to win the game from there. Now, if I do see a Galvantula lead, this is the perfect setup for it, because if he sets up webs and I Flame Charge, I now outspeed the Galvantula. Just barely, but I do outspeed the Galvantula, and essentially just the rest of his team. And then from there I can Flame Charge again. Now nothing will outspeed me, even his Choice Scarfers that he could bring don't outspeed me. And from there I can just proceed to get rid of the rest of his team. So this is a Volcanion set I'm very happy with. Again, physical mostly is so it doesn't allow Goodra just a free switch in. He has to be weary now of what switches into this Volcanion, because I mean physical can really catch people by surprise, because it does actually have a very good physical attack stat base 110. So that's the team we're rolling with this week versus Mastodon. I should be playing him tonight. If I don't play him tonight, it'll be tomorrow night. Tonight's Tuesday. Yeah, I should be playing Mastodon tonight. So you guys will see this team builder up on Saturday, and you guys will see the battle up on Sunday. So go ahead, leave a like on the video, comment your guys' support for the Oregon Duckletts, and subscribe to the channel for more Wi-Fi content. But with all that being said, guys, I am Johnny GB, and I'm out.